Hey everyone, it's Nathan from Workbooks here. Welcome back to the channel. This week we are doing an awesome one. We've got Dragonite.
We gotta rap some Pokemon.
You just do the singing. I'll take care of the hard part.
Let's get it on.
So let's get into it. For Dragonite's design, I wanted to do something a little bit original, and I know that there's a little bit of controversy with the original design for Dragonite, and that's because Dratini and Dragonair, they look like they're related, but then with Dragonite, it doesn't really look like it's part of that family. First of all, the color's different, it's lost the feathers and the Dragon Balls and all that sort of stuff. But instead of trying to make it look like blue and all that sort of stuff, I wanted to make it look like it's related to that family, but still look like Dragonite. And to do that, I decided to make it a sea creature. So I based most of the design off of a humpback whale, and then added obviously the legs and the wings and the tail and that sort of thing. But then with the head, I noticed that Dragonite does have quite a distinct head shape, and it's not just a whale. So I basically attached a dolphin or a sort of narwhal looking head onto the body, and I thought that really captured Dragonite's sort of pleasant, happy nature. And with this process, I did use a lasso tool to fill in all those local color. I didn't really like that. Normally I just paint it within the lines, and I've seen it done with the lasso tool, but I don't think it really saved me much time because you still have to trace the outside border. But I thought I'd give it a go. I don't know how I came up with the idea for the lighting scenario, but it was basically immediate as soon as I started painting. I wanted this green spotlight coming from behind him as if he'd just been caught by something, and he's looking back at whatever has been spotting him. I had to change the design of the arm quite a few times. Originally I had the hand in the wrong position, and then the more I looked at it, the bicep was just not correct. Dragonite's design actually has quite a big hand in comparison to the shoulder, so my design was very off in terms of that. And I didn't really like the sort of humanoid arm that I gave him. I made it more reptilian in the end. Originally, I had the idea that Dragonite would be up in the sky, high in the sky, soaring majestically, but I wanted him to read as a sea creature, so I came up with the idea of throwing him into the Whirlpool Islands, where you might come across a Dragonair or a Dragonite or something like that. And I threw the iceberg in the background because I really love painting with that aquamarine teal sort of color. I really enjoy that color and using that as much as I can, so did that through kind of a misty mountain in the background, probably the cave of some kind. Played with the idea of the northern lights up in the top, but I thought that was a bit too busy and it took away from the focus of the piece, which of course is Dragonite. Designing the crevices on the stomach, that was an interesting little battle as well, because there's a lot of reflected light from the water as well as the strong green light, and it's a different local color from the rest of the skin as well. So I wanted it to read as a different color, but also have that reflected light, which is quite strong because of how close Dragonite is to the water. Then of course there's the reflection of the orange hue down in the water itself as well, and I wanted that to read across as well. It was an interesting challenge where everything it's kind of green, even the most orange parts still have quite a bit of green in them. Once I was happy with all the texture and the lighting that I put down, I did use an experiment actually a lot with some texture brushes for Dragonite's skin. And in the end it was quite subtle, but I was really happy with the way it ended up looking. Well, that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time with Ghastly.
Pokemon.